Hey everybody, this is the first time in a while where we've got, we've got that guy right there. That's Dave, Phantom Dave.
Oh, this guy?
That guy. And of course Pat, you know Pat. But we are all here before the movie starts because we've been hanging out the entire weekend and we are seeing It Chapter 2. Everybody's doing twos. Wonder why. So the first part always goes, hey, what's going to be your first impression, guy? Why don't we start with Dave back there?
First impression? Movie's going to be long.
You think so?
I saw the timestamp, 3 hours.
Yeah, I had no idea it was going to be this long.
No, I don't know, man. I expect to have my world rocked, and at least that's what I really hope. And I know everybody's going to put on a hell of a show because this is the final part. And to be honest with you, the second part of the miniseries was very light. So going to this, people are like, you're going to have to do a lot. And they set some high expectations with the first part of it. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm really looking forward to. I have high hopes for it because you got James McAvoy and you got Belle Hader, and those are two guys I absolutely love pretty much in anything that they're in. And I'm looking for some pretty good jump scares. I said that about another movie, and nothing ever happened with that scare movie sold. And but I'm looking for something, at least a good jump scare.
Yeah, Jessica Chastain's in it too.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing whether or not it's going to be. Oh, you want to be in the shot too? I'll give you guys your own. Whether or not it's going to be actually scary. That's always my wonder about these films lately, especially. I don't know. Last chapter 1 wasn't very scary at all, but it was entertaining in a different way, like more of like a Stand By Me type of way, rather than it being a scary movie and a Stephen King movie.
But you'll float too.
Oh God, it was annoying. But anyway, so we will see you in a bit. He's getting text messages, and we'll see you after the movie with our review. And we may be actually joined by Big Ben as well. So, man, it's going to be a full fucking car. We'll see what happens. All right, see you a little bit later.
myself real quick.
All right, so they're fluffing themselves, and we just got out of It Chapter 2. Ben's back there, and I got Dave back there, and we got Patrick up here, and me up here. So before we begin, because I didn't get a chance to ask Ben, but Ben, before you went into it, what were you thinking?
My first thoughts was I was expecting the unexpected, and one of the things that I was hoping for, that it wasn't going to follow the original.
Okay. All right, so first off, are we going to say spoilers, no spoilers?
All spoilers. If you haven't seen it yet, too fucking bad.
Okay, so I guess we're in spoiler mode for this one. So maybe like flashing up there by Patrick or something. There's gonna be like a spoiler
alert. Spoiler alert.
If I'm gonna be flashy at all. So all right.
Well, quick question: has anybody read the book?
Yes,
It's been a long time.
I've read it when I was a kid.
So was that close to the book?
No. But the thing is even the first one wasn't.
I figured the first.
Yeah, what got cut out of the first one got cut out of this.
Yeah,
basically.
of course, it was going to. Period. They were talking about it before they even made it.
So I'll probably end up watching something later tonight. What was the difference between the movie and the book?
What to know? What to know before going in?
Well, you know, it's more of an afterwards. So okay, so then before we get heavy spoilers, thoughts.
I enjoyed it.
It didn't seem as long as it was.
Yep.
That's how good it was to me. I literally had to. I drank my whole large Coke before the movie even started, and it just felt like my dick was gonna pop off.
Were you thinking more about your dick popping off than watching the movie, or?
Well, let me tell you right now, it helped me not fucking care. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how good the movie was to me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I can fucking hold this shit. I don't give a fuck right now, because like every time I was thinking of getting up, something good happened. You know what I'm saying? There was barely any flat spots in this movie, and every time I kind of thought it was getting flat, boom, something happened, and I was already ready for the next one.
Dave?
I don't know what movie you were watching, but I did not like that movie. I felt like everything that was good about it was not the clown. I
am in the middle of everything. I felt exactly the same after It Chapter 1 that I feel after this. That it is not scary at all. That anybody that was freaking out in the theater, I was kind of like, why? It again was something chasing after somebody. That was all the scares. But if this was Stand By Me 3, this is a good movie. like everything, the actors are great. I think that everybody gives a great performance. Anybody out there that says Bill Hader is the heart and soul of this movie, I think it's totally correct. I loved his portrayal of Richie. I don't know if I like the change in character a little bit and the innuendo that he was in love with Eddie. But that's that. Whatever it is. But Eddie, the guy that played Eddie 2 was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. James McAvoy I thought was pretty good, but like the stuttering thing, it just seemed like everything, I guess maybe it was because they were devolving into fear, and that's why the stuttering became more heavy as the went on.
It would trigger
the other movie too, so the original movie.
And Jessica Chastain was okay. The only person I didn't quite care for was Ben, and maybe Mike. But Mike, again, like, he was there to bring everybody there, but then he's like, hey guys, I'm gonna go away for a while. You guys do your own thing, bye! And disappears for the movie. But yeah, the stuff with Pennywise, the stuff that was supposed to be like the scary stuff, yeah.
I mean, it had a good creep factor to a lot of things.
Well,
I feel
that's the way it's supposed to be.
And I said I wanted a good jump scare, and I got mine.
Oh yeah,
Are we spoiling?
He already said spoilers. He said it a long time ago.
I was
Remember,
making sure.
Remember flashy spoilers?
No, like I said, I was telling these guys when you were in the bathroom, the scene with Bill Hader when he's when he turns or actually was the kid when he was a kid, and the like Paul Bunyan fucking thing was like right there in his face. That got me. I won't lie. It fucking made me jump, and that's all I wanted was a good jump scare and some creepy shit. Like, for example, even though it looked a little too much CGI, but the hands when they were grabbing McAvoy, like, that creep factor of that was really cool.
There were really cool looking things in this. Like, there were cool ideas. I knew where to me, everything was fucking telegraphed. That when you had, it's like, oh, he's in the locker. It's going to be behind him in just a moment. Maybe not right now, but it's going to happen. And then it happens. Or like the Paul Bunyan thing. Oh, we don't see it. And then he turns, and of course something's going to be there.
But that's what I loved about it. The predictability still gave you the jumps because, it would lead it up. You knew it was going to happen. And then when it hit, it was slightly different than what you thought it was going to be. And then even when they had the backups that come up right after the first scare to hit you with the second one, it was fucking even better. You know what I'm saying? I like all the build up and lead because that's what made the movie for me. Because like it would have a little bit apart and then it would pop, and then it'd have a little bit and then it would pop. It was just enough to keep you interested in wanting to watch more. At least that's how it felt to me. And that's what made the movie great to me because, like I said, I watched the original, I read the books, but the thing is this is a completely different entity than both the other ones. You know what I'm saying? And so that's just how I felt about it,
Well, I had a thought, and then you went so long.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Well, here, I'll say my thought while you think. It disappoints me for you to say that it's not like the book because I love the miniseries so much, and all the changes this made, I thought it was because they were parallel to the book, so I was giving it one up. But you're telling me they changed it, and they still went this route?
That's the thing, is they're going to change it, but they have to change it for the movie, and they can't make it like the original. You know what I'm saying? So there's going to be little tweaks here and there. They're going to follow it as much as they possibly can. Just like even McAvoy's character. You know what I'm saying? They are not McAvoy's character.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Okay.
Bill Hader's character.
Bill Hader's character. I don't like your endings. I don't like your endings. It's an ongoing gag.
That's right.
But the thing is, look, it's making a tribute to. At least to me, that's how it felt. Was a tribute. Like, hey, this isn't the exact movie. This isn't the exact story. This is just our interpretation, and that's how I took it.
No, what I was gonna say is like when you say that you knew that someone was gonna be behind him in the locker. I too said, okay, something's gonna be in there in the locker, but I honestly, the way they kept showing Joey McIntyre right there, I thought he was going to pop out of a poster or something.
That would have been good.
I honestly thought that. I kept looking at him like he's going to pop up. He's
something like that would have been somewhat interesting. Like, and I felt that like those scenes weren't that interesting. The stuff that I wanted to be interesting, I think that I kind of maybe Dave and I feel the same. Those things I wanted to be interesting weren't that interesting. They fell flat for me, And the fact that they showed like that 3-minute grandma trailer. Like that was like their thing. I think ruined that scene.
Yeah, 100%.
Because like the only thing that was different was I got to see old lady titties all hanging down. Like here come monster CGI old lady titties. Like
a giant.
But that's not worth it to me.
Yeah,
exactly.
They shouldn't have divulged something like that. They should have kept it a little more tighter on the commercials. But it is what it
though-
is.
I think, if I'm gonna be honest, I think people who loved It Chapter 1 are gonna love It Chapter 2.
Oh yeah, 100%.
They probably are.
You and I are on the
100%.
same page of what we wanted versus what we got. We got Chapter 1 again.
Okay, time
Yeah.
out. Are you guys just mad that he didn't have the ponytail?
Yeah.
No.
Only did.
No, I did.
McAvoy.
I looked. I'm like, oh, so he's not gonna have the ponytail. Okay,
He's still growing his hair back from Glass. Calm down.
That's right. I know. He had to shave his head, and now he's here. That's probably was even a wig that he was wearing on his head. To be honest,
It was
probably
CGI
was.
hair. We all know it.
Warner Brothers.
But I mean, the big thing is the end. Okay, what he is. Was everybody really expecting like it to be again? Like I was like, maybe they're going to do the spider, maybe they're not. What do you think of it?
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. I called it. I already said they're not gonna do another spider. We had a conversation about that this morning or last night, and they're like, "What do you think? It's gonna be the end? Not a spider." It was close enough to a spider, but it was a completely different thing. And I enjoyed the way it looked. I enjoyed the way they graphed it, and it was just impressive the way it was.
He kind of looked like the gremlin from Gremlins.
No,
2.
Scorpion King.
That's exactly what I was saying.
Oh,
okay.
Bad
That's
rock.
true.
I was just thinking praying mantis. Like that's
no.
like the type of thing that
Crab
he was. Yeah, crab people. But yeah, I mean, it looked okay.
Well, at least
I
we don't
think
have
that was motherfucking chuds, man. But I mean, it looked okay. I thought the deadlights were pretty cool
Yeah,
in
those were
general in the
pretty
way that it was used. That one scene with Eddie and he throws the spear into his mouth, and you're looking at how the deadlights are feeding into the back of him.
Yep,
I thought that looked really cool. Like I'm not saying that it's a bad movie for myself. I'm just saying that it's not necessarily what I expected. I really expected something that they may have learned their lessons from the first one, but it turns out that they didn't, and they just did what worked again in the first one worked in this one, and what didn't work for me in the first one didn't work in this one.
I really like though that they tied. I don't remember, and even though we watched it last night, that they tied up with that letter from Stan.
Like of why he killed himself.
Yeah.
Like he knew that he had to take himself out.
Yeah, and the other one, they made it seem like it did it. He had it on, it was on the wall.
Yeah.
But this one, he sends this letter and he explains. I feel like I really like that adding to it.
I just made the ending like longer than it needed to be.
It did. I'm gonna agree with that. It could have been cut a little. I thought it could have been cut at the water scene.
I was afraid that it was going to do Lord of the Rings and Return of the King, and okay, we think, oh, you were not done yet. We've got 5 more scenes to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they had done it at the water where everybody's all cheering and Ben and what's her face make out.
But how would they have gotten the letter that quick? Because remember, you got to think that they were in Derry and they found out the night before he had killed himself. So
Well, that's the thing though too, is he could have just cut it out to where everyone just split their ways and like it's fucking done. You know what I'm saying?
Or you have them all celebrating and you have Stanley's letter being read over them doing the celebration.
Or voiceover.
And then the last scene is Bill looking and reading the letter, and then he puts it down, and that's it. Like, I don't know if we needed all the extra stuff in
Then
there.
at the end it says, "See you in 27 years."
That's right. I'm coming back, bitch.
And that's the thing too, is like I like the way they ended up killing it. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like I said, very similar to the first one, but like just the way everything looked and the way everything disintegrated, it just wasn't lights turning off.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't them like rolling over. Just here, I'm gonna cow tip a spider
And jump it.
and then jump it. Yeah, somebody's got the shank.
kick.
Like that.
To the neck.
I mean, it was okay. I get it. Like, oh, how do we make it feel small? Like, we're gonna make it insecure, and that's the way that we're gonna do
How
it.
do you beat a bully, right?
Yeah, exactly. Which, okay, get it. I'm okay with it, but it was just, I'm kind of tired of that effect of the dissolving where it like circles up and that type of thing. I mean, it's cool, whatever, but I'm like, I just wish that they had just like maybe taken that heart and just totally like ripped it apart instead of everybody squeeze. Okay,
Or everyone took a
woo.
bite. Ooh, savage shit right there.
Oh, well, when you know what? That's probably the only one I'd say out of like the deaths in this movie, the only one I really liked is when the kid got bitten in the head. Inside the house of mirrors. That was
I
I thought that
clean.
scene was actually done well.
that was
Again,
clean.
not really scary, but I think that the scene looked good and felt good.
Yeah,
But
shock
the other
value
stuff,
was
I'm just
good.
kind of like, like the firefly in the beginning.
Yeah,
I was like,
well, that's the thing though too, is they didn't give Pennywise as many kills in this one as they did in the original. You know what I'm saying? Which honestly though, the story is about everyone getting back together. So
and real
that's just how I
quick,
expected it.
was anybody working in that hotel they were staying
Yeah,
in?
no.
they're all walking around ringing doors.
They just went in there.
Yeah, you going in there, just going to the bar,
Just
no one's
grabbing
there.
whatever amount of alcohol I want.
Okay, so what about what's his name, Henry, coming back
Yeah.
like randomly?
Yeah.
Pretty easy for him to get out of that mental hospital.
Well,
too.
he
I
stabbed
know.
that first guy and then stabbed the guard. That's how I'm assuming.
Well, which is fine.
That was legit, though, how they kept him with everybody. How he, instead of it just being a flash of a zombie and him having this daydream of, I need to go and finish this, they fucking kept that dude with him the whole time and chauffeured him around.
Yeah,
You know, they had a badass Firebird.
and that happened in the book too. Like the zombie went around with him. I do remember that thing. And I thought that, but the fact of the matter is that in the first chapter, he falls down the thing and he smacks his head and basically is dead. Like, how did he survive that? And this, it's like, oh, well, after they flushed everybody, he's just there with the bodies and he's alive. Like, did it keep him alive? What exactly happened? And I don't remember exactly. Like, I think they incapacitated him in the book, and in the movie, didn't they just knock him out too?
Yeah,
when he went after them down there.
Yeah, and they left him there. But when the bodies got flushed out, when the final scene happened, he got flushed out because that's what they created here. And then, like not remembering what he did, he went home, and then they found his dad dead, and then that's where he went straight. But them cops, good old boys, man, they beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
I thought that guy that portrayed him though did a pretty good job
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I thought his scenes. I thought he was creepier than Bill Skarsgård was for like his scenes, but. It's difficult when you go from, especially last night we saw Curry, and then you see Skarsgård do this, and it's kind of like, I know that they're two different and it's just like, it's like two different Jokers, it's like two different anything else, but I feel there's like nuances that just are, after watching Tim Curry's portrayal of Pennywise again, that they're just, it's a little more solid than what Skarsgård's doing.
Yeah,
but I still think that he's creepy at points.
The eye thing.
The eye thing is
because that's all him.
Yeah, which is amazing that he's able to make his eyes do those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I was hoping when he was like dying that they'd come back together.
You're normal now. Thank you.
Thank you. My eyes are normal.
I can see straight.
I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. But so if you had to rate the movie, which I make everybody do it, what would you give it, Dave?
Is your system 1 out of 5?
It's a 1 out of 5.
So is the movie.
All right, 1 out of 5. What?
1 out of 5 creepy alien babies.
All right, Ben.
I'm gonna give it a 4 spear mouths
Out of 5.
out of 5.
Patrick.
I'll give it 3.5. I'll give it 3.5 spider heads.
Spider heads. Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Spiderhead.
And
Spiderhead. Watch him eat everything like a spider would. I lost it there.
I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5 knives to the mouth. I think that I enjoyed the other parts. That's like where I found enjoyment in the film, in the performances and in the Stand By Me moments. But then the horror moments, I just
We watched a suspense movie. That's just
there was that one scene though, and I leaned over to Dave. That was beautifully shot, which was when you first saw Stanley, and it made the sky like fold into the puzzle that he was doing.
Oh yeah,
That was beautiful.
Yeah,
there was
was
some
cool.
really good
Cinematography.
cinematography in this film was pretty good.
The transition sequences were really
They're really
They're
good.
creative.
So
But
Oh, good. I thought you were gonna say. I thought I saw you lean over and say when the dad was spraying her with
perfume.
oh no.
That was his favorite part.
That's why I leaned over. I leaned over to Dave and I was like, Iron Man 3's better. All right, thanks guys for doing this. Go ahead and you can plug yourselves real fast.
It's the Angry Motherfucking Dad. You want to watch my shit? IGTV, YouTube. Want to listen to it? Spreaker, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, and guess the fuck what? If you can't figure it the fuck out, be to the fourth power too fucking bad.
It better not be a holiday.
Dave?
Never.
So, Phantom Dart Dave, find me in Dave's Pop Culture Podcast on Twitter at Dave_Phantom, and my co-host Jen Dreadful.
Paranormal Pativity Podcast. You know where to find me. I've been on here enough times. But Twitter, Instagram, and IGTV at Paranormal Pat 64 at... Oh, wait, Jesus, I was going with the Gmail. Paranormal Pat 64.
Paranormal Pat 64, of course, Terrible Terror Podcast. You know where to find everything. And we have a brand new episode that all four of us are involved in on the Banana Splits movie. So go ahead and check it out. It's
That
been
movie was better than
amazing.
this movie, though.
Well, it was. I would actually say that the Banana Splits movie was better than It, Chapter 3. Oh, two.
We
Maybe
skipped
big
the
credit.
whole 2. Going straight to 3.
But I want to say that, thanks, Dave, for coming out to California, and thanks for being a part of one of our videos here in the back
This
of a car.
cross-promotion